Could this also help for infrastructure to become like self-healing or self-provisioning?
For sure. I mean, it's already the case that you can have a pool of physical hardware, something Zen called resource pool, and then a pool of virtual machines running on top, and you can configure things such that if a given node goes down, that you can fail over those virtual machines. There are plenty of people that do that today on Zen.
When I look at the Xen GPL license, actually, I find it interesting that Xen is being renamed as XVM or XVM by Sun, as Oracle VM by Oracle. And they say, like Oracle, they first announced Oracle VM, and then they had to admit it was actually a tweaked Xen version. But as they admitted it was tweaked, they didn't publish the tweaked code.
Oh no, they have. I mean, the fact is that there are lots of different vendors shipping Xen products, or shipping the Xen engine. They pick up the hypervisor, the core engine, incorporated into their own products. Obviously, the Linux vendors, Novell and Red Hat. There's Sun. There's obviously XenServer, Citrix, Virtual Iron. Lots of different companies are doing that. The GPL license means that any changes that they make will go back into the main project. I mean, in reality, pretty much all of those companies just pick it up as is. Take the latest stable release, which is maintained. They might add the odd little patch to it, but it really is there's a lot of uniformity in the Xen versions that are out there.
As many of these projects like Sun's XVM, Oracle's VM are using the Xen project, the basic, at what level are they tweaking their own software to be more like integrated with Xen, or more stable or faster?
Right. So most of those companies are very close to, the version they use will be very close to mainline Xen, literally, just perhaps a couple of patches, in some cases maybe not. But what they'll be doing is they'll be taking Xen, and then it's really on top of Xen in the rest of the virtualization stack that runs in user space. That's where they'll probably be doing their own things. They'll have their own management tools. They'll have their own way of wanting to present virtualization to the user. So if you think about it, what the operating system vendors are typically doing is they want to expose virtualization using the same tools and user interfaces, etc., that they use for exposing other facilities within that operating system. Which, if you think about it, is quite different from what companies like, say, XenServer was trying to do, which is to try and effectively build a virtual machine hosting appliance. You just put the CD in the server, install it, and just manage it from say a Windows GUI or a web interface. And so every company is bringing Xen to market in a different way for a different kind of user, and that's where there's a lot of that's where that differentiation happens. But the core engine is the same throughout.
And do you think this is what the future will bring us? You buy a piece of hardware and you initiate the installed operating system?
See, I think it's going to go further than that, and I think we're already seeing that. So, what we've always wanted to do with Xen is get it embedded in firmware. We think that the hypervisor should be a core part of the platform. It should actually come with servers when they roll off the production line. They should all have Xen installed on them. And the really cool thing is that that's actually going to happen. You've already got companies like Dow announcing that in their new servers that are coming out later this year, Xen will be a factory-installed option in flash memory on those servers, and other hardware vendors are following suit. And I really believe that's the way it's going to go. We'll have ubiquitous virtualization. Every server will have Xen installed on it, and you'll just be able to install multiple operating systems and virtual appliances, etc., on top of the hardware.
So actually, the x86 type of servers are becoming very similar to what the mainframes are used to for decades now.
Exactly, yeah. It'll be a similar model. The difference will be that you can start using these x86 servers, connecting them into resource pools, and then running sort of pools of virtual machines on top of these pools of servers. And I think that's when things start becoming really interesting.
Yeah. So people are going to rethink their whole infrastructure. even more drastically than they do today.
Yeah, I mean, I think today virtualization is typically used for sort of server consolidation. Often used for taking legacy applications running on old versions of operating systems, consolidating them onto a single machine. I think that the way that things are going to be tomorrow, or are happening today, and I think Xen is brilliantly prepared for this, is actually for running production workloads where all of your machines, all of your plant is all running a hypervisor, and that enables you to run any virtual machine image on any physical machine to take advantage of being able to move workloads around using live relocation, all of the balancing of VMs to servers, and even things like the fault tolerance stuff that we talked about. That's all going to be available, and that's all the stuff you want on production workloads.
If you look at virtualization and you ask people, give me a vendor name, probably VMware will come up first.
Sure.
And they definitely have a track record to build this market. But if you look at really big IT data center applications like Amazon, Google, MySpace, they actually deploy Xen as a core engine, whereas all of the top 100 companies in the US, they all use VMware. So why do banks still go for VMware and do like these big data centers?
Well, I think that you're going to see plenty of banks deploying Xen. I think plenty of them already have. Obviously, it's a lot cheaper to deploy Xen. But the reason that companies like Amazon have gone with Xen is when you're doing these large virtualization deployments, you want to be using something which is going to give you great performance. You want there's the kind of the high end sort of second generation virtualization features, and Xen certainly has all of that, and also has the advantage that it's open source. So there's not going to be vendor lock-in. There are a number of different vendors you can get Xen from, and the price is right. So for a company like a sophisticated company like Amazon, they'll just download the open source version, and they'll have 20 engineers deploying it across machines. Plenty of other companies would rather take one of the sort of pre-packaged versions from one of the other Xen vendors. But I think it's the case that many of the really large virtualization deployments, certainly things like Amazon ECC, are on Xen because it works better.
Another exclusive interview brought to you by virtualization.com.